and she wasn't sure she even wanted to come back. We should be so lucky. What's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer. Welcome back to my channel, where today, as you probably already know, Alexandra Rodriguez made her return to the internet yesterday, on Thursday, after an exactly 14-day absence. And many people are theorizing that she probably was on a 14-day suspension from YouTube for her copyright strikes on all the reaction channels. Whether or not that's true, I cannot confirm or deny. If anyone else knows how to confirm that, please let us know. But of course, with Alex coming back on video, she just wanted to let us know how hard it was for her the past 2 weeks, and she wasn't sure she even wanted to come back. We should be so lucky. But moments after Alex's video went up, Redditors jumped all over it. So let's head over to the sub and see what they had to say. But first, real quick, this is the part of the video where I beg and plead with you. If you are an animal lover, please do consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. It does not take as much time or energy as you might think it does. Many shelters will give you resources, supplies, vet care is free if it's needed. There is no real downside to fostering or volunteering on site if you love animals and want to be part of the solution to the world's problems. So please give it some thought. And now on to Alex. Okay, so Alex's post went up, and immediately Few Classroom 747 jumped on there, and Alex began her video. Actually, this surprised me, I have to say, because I expected her to just jump right into, hi, you guys. Oh, black bean brownies, blah, 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 gingham dress, link it below, etc., ad nauseum. But she actually addressed that she had been gone for 2 weeks. And she also said that she has gotten an inordinate amount of online hate in the past few years. Some of it deserved, and I'm assuming she's referring to all the lies she's told her viewers. And a lot of it that she doesn't understand, and she said a lot of other people don't understand either. So Few Classroom 747 said, the Mama Duke says she doesn't understand the online hate she gets. Let's help her understand. Because we are a bunch of critically thinking, helpful people here on this subreddit, we will help Alex understand. And Few Classroom said, please list your non-weight related, I really like that, reasons below so she can have a good read. I like that because Alex assumes that everything is about her weight. And it's not. Most of it is not her weight. Bicycle Willen commented, you, Alex, and your fellow piece of shit mother very recently took out your innocent baby onto the water at the beach in a flimsy boat float thing without putting a life jacket on him. Yeah, I saw the picture of that. This one incident alone makes you absolute trash, Alex. According Cry says, like Alex is capable of being in surfer body mode when the waves hit, y'all. I'm stupid phobic. Nice username. Also, her walks with a portable fan around her neck with Anderson getting nothing. Yeah. She has that stupid, I'm so fat that I need a fan on me at all times thing. I don't know why shit like that just comes off as so pretentious. Like, she's so precious. Oh my God, I need my fan. And yet she's pushing her baby in a stroller or carriage that's kind of enclosed, and he doesn't have a fan on him. Oh, narcissists. Okay, Move Suspicious jumped in. Always the fucking self-proclaimed victim, yes, but completely ignores the actual real victims and the innocent. Not just her stepsister either. And if you're somehow unfamiliar, the sister, who I don't think we know if Alex has ever met her, if anyone knows, please educate me, was a teenage girl who was adopted by Alex's dad and his second wife. And when this girl, I don't know her name, and I guess it's it's understandable that Alex has not said her name, but, she could say my adopted sister or his adopted daughter. I'm getting off track here. He essayed her repeatedly, repeatedly, and stopped only because he got caught and got sentenced to 10 years in prison, did 8, and Alex wrote a letter to help support him getting out of prison after only 8 years, and then 10 years later she wrote another letter to help support him getting off of parole early. So that's the real shitstorm that everyone wants Alex off the internet for. So that is the stepsister, adopted sister. People use different terms. She treats Bruno and Anderson like shit. One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone mistreats the elderly, children, animals, mentally challenged, disabled, and anyone else that is helpless or unable to defend themselves or have a voice. Exactly. Alex checks off all of those boxes, and I have zero tolerance or forgiveness for that. Wow. Pure Air said that tablecloth dress is very tight on her since she modeled it 4 weeks ago. Oh, I thought it looked familiar. Yeah, it's a cute dress. I mean, I don't know that it's cute on her, but I don't even know what the hell she looks like, because as you can see here's a picture. How many fucking filters are on this? And still, she is proclaiming no filters. Okay, next post. Okay, so right after that, No Repeat 676 posted new bullshit video summary and a call to action. And they said, okay, so after 2 weeks of being gone, the beluga whale posted again. I watched it fully out of pure anger and disbelief over what she could possibly say to get herself out of this mess. 1. The video starts with a thank you to all her supporters for the love and goes on to say how weird it is to film again after all this time. Please, it's been 2 weeks. 2. She then touches on her dark thoughts she has had and how scary it was for her, and tells anyone that watched her last video and doesn't like her to just go away. Wow, what an absolute sociopath. I did find that part of the video was just so ridiculous. I think what she said was, if you saw my last video and you won't forgive me or don't forgive me or something to that effect, but don't forgive me, I totally understand, but just move along peacefully. Like, she's actually telling the people that pay attention to her, which as a YouTuber, that's your only job, is to get people to pay attention to whatever nonsense you're talking about. And she tells a bunch of us to just move along peacefully, as if that ever worked in the history of human nature. If someone is criticizing you and you don't like it, and you tell them, just move along peacefully. And she does it like every time we get a video like this. She says, just don't watch me. Just don't watch me. Well, we will watch you, Alex, because it's still a free-ish country. And we'll still have opinions because we have critical thinking skills. And you put your life online and you want attention for it. So this is the attention you're getting. It's completely up to you whether you come to the subreddit and read all of the stuff people write about you. You know it's not a fan site. So why are you showing up there and then claiming that people are harassing you and they need to move along? You need to move along. Oh, God. What an absolute sociopath indeed. 3, she's more tan than ever. Yeah, she done spent some time laying her ass on the beach in Rhode Island. She also is wide as all outdoors, as Nella would say. That was a terrible impression of Nella. I apologize. She clearly spent 2 weeks not in any dark headspace, but tanning on the beach and eating, and you guessed it, shopping and TV binging as well. She has a new fake family BS intro to her vlogs, making her seem like she's all sweet, family-oriented, and innocent. Her wedding, birth, and pregnancy clips, all in one Cubes format. Intro with annoying as fuck ringtone music. 5. Of course, she's back in the kitchen, as always, since Anderson is down for one of his many naps for a day, for a black bean brownies recipe, and to chat about all the things that suddenly broke in her kitchen, and that's why she needed to replace them with ridiculously expensive new products. Take a guess how many new things, because old ones broke this last week. 4, including a paper towel rack. Sure, Jan. She also showcases next to her brand new $200 crock pot a box of Kleenex on a Kleenex holder, because that's Big Al's cooking. It wouldn't be complete without snot blown over the food. Oh dear. 6, she refers to herself as the designated house chef, lectures everyone on the importance of beans in their diet as she looks like a stuffed sausage in a hideous dress, and talks about the 2 new series her and Yar have already finished watching. I think she said we. Everything is we. We've been watching this. We've been watching that. She could just mean her and Bruno, you know. I'm sure, Big Al, that you sat on the couch, the beach, and shopped and ate to your heart's desire all 2 weeks. 7, she shows Anderson, who is finally sitting up, but of course he's playing alone and shows no signs of crawling or attempting to walk. 8, she's in her nasty bathroom again to end the vlog in a towel. Of course, she whines about how her eyes are so sensitive, no products work well for her eyes anymore. So now she's contemplating LASIK, yet another procedure for the beluga. All this being said, please, her comments are all ass pats and positive vibers, with none other than Wawa in as well. She put a big thank you pinned comment for all the love and support for an extra narcissist direct ass pat forum. Please, please, please click on her video immediately, press pause so no ads start rolling, and start telling her what you really think. This absolute monster thinks she can get away with it, and judging by the comments, views per hour, etc., she is. Well, we have some fine comments coming up in the next post. But yeah, that was very noticeable. People were talking about how every single comment on this return video was just kissing her ass to high heaven. They're so thrilled she's back. What would they do without her brilliant and life-altering content? Mundane Entrance said, back to business as if it never happened. She's so predictable. I can't wait to be told to shut the fuck up about it. She's addressed it, so now it doesn't exist. Except she did not address it. And I've seen several posts and videos here and there mentioning the second letter, because that was like the really shitty thing she did in her The Truth About My Father video. She mentioned the letter she wrote many years ago in 2012, and not a word about the one she wrote in 2023, 2 years ago. She's just infuriating, and that is freaking typical of a narcissist. I am not a mental health professional of any kind. I am just a woman who was raised by and has dated narcissists. So I know one when I see one. As do many of us. Okay, getting off track here. Basic Beach 007 said, I just went and read the comments. There is not one negative comment on there at all. Either she or someone they have hired is busy reading and deleting, or she has filters on that will delete your comments if you mention a word or phrase that she adds in the filter. So basically, she's making it look like there's no one mad and everyone is glad she's back. Yes, she must have spent God knows how much time deleting. However, Move Suspicious was kind enough to share some fantastic comments with us, and they also gave us just a tip. Best time to comment is after Alex goes to bed. This proves she was heavily filtering and deleting every single comment that didn't kiss her ass all day. Most of these are only left up because she didn't see them. Screenshot and share. And these comments say, Sarah in Bloom said, just sharing that as a viewer, it feels like you're acting that everything is fine. Lisa said, hey, Alex, how come you didn't mention in your apology video that you actually wrote 2 letters and that what your nasty daddy did brought you and him closer together? Literally your words. Inquiring minds want to know. Hawaii Tianam Singh said, hate and hurt are two different things. I have no problem ignoring haters or bullies, but the supporters who have been victims of SA and were hurt by your last video deserve an apology, especially after such a long absence. I thought your return would include a statement to those you may have unintentionally hurt. I have always respected your professionalism, which is why this is so disappointing. I truly enjoy your content, but the lack of accountability and compassion toward your supporters makes it hard to clarify. For the people that are a little lagging in comprehension, calling sex with a minor is implying it was consensual. Alex didn't call it what it was. SA. That is what needs to be apologized for. If you don't understand, then you're part of the problem. And honestly, you are showing your ass bullying me for speaking my mind in a respectful way. This is not a hateful comment, but your reactions are. Gina 1537 said, I missed the life update. Was it the brownie recipe? Yeah. Alex called her new comeback video life updates, and she had no life updates. Life is exactly the same. She's just been at the beach getting a tan. Cameron B1S6Q said, hey, Alex supporters, if it was your child being raped, would you forgive the person who did it, let alone anyone who defended them? Just curious. No bullying, just facts. Yeah. And Fancy Dancy said, wow, this comment section is filtered to the high heavens. Yeah, so all of these comments showed up, late at night, and Alex had already gone to bed. And so Move Suspicious said, if people really believe she wasn't monitoring her comments all day, putting Anderson in daycare so she could delete anyone that said anything calling her out. I mean, here's proof right here. Soon as she goes to bed, look at the comments coming through and being left up. How was there such a massive shift, you may ask? 2 weeks ago, she had to disable comments. Yet today, she all of a sudden got praise? I'll tell you how. I think she's been buying more bots and has several fake accounts. She needed the narrative to switch and for it to appear like it's more positive with good feedback rather than bad. Not only did she delete comments, but she had bots set in place to go leave likes and fake adoration to give the illusion that the tables have turned in her favor. Man, if Alex is smart enough to figure out how to do that, then I guess good for her. It does make sense that what they're saying. I just wonder if Alex, I guess if you've been on YouTube, like Alex said, almost half her life, she would have that figured out. And that would make sense. It was crazy how every single comment was just blowing smoke and sunshine. Okay, they go on. So it deceives people into thinking that she won. I know this was disheartening and extremely frustrating and infuriating today. Some people felt defeated by all this, saying, how could this happen? But my point is this, it didn't. Don't believe the smoke and mirrors. Don't fall for the deception. Remember that Alex is a narcissist. She is a master manipulator, and she had to come up with a plan to get revenge on her haters because she was pissed that all this came to light. Yes, she's acting arrogant, cocky, dismissive, and like she came out on top in all this. But hear me when I tell you that she hasn't. Don't let the bots fool you. Her audience is actually very small. Look on her Instagram and TikTok. She gets very little engagement. She's very deceptive. I guarantee she deleted hundreds of these types of comments. Don't believe what she tries to push. She is that desperate to spend money on buying fake positivity in order to save face. Yeah, I could buy that. I could see her doing that. Because this is what Alex has done for half her life. If you had the same job, like the same one full-time job, I'm saying full-time, like, that you support yourself with. So if that was your one job that you've had, Alex is terrified of change. Most people are afraid of change, but she in particular just cannot deal with anything that is difficult, and change is difficult. So yeah, I can see her doing that. If she's got the bucks, why not spend it? She probably just thinks, I'm just putting it back into my business. Scared Strength said, notice how no one will answer the question, what if it was your child? Scum, all of them. This makes me sick. And the OP responded, don't worry, this won't last long. The truth will come out. She doesn't have the fan base she appears to. Several are fake accounts. Luster Dust said, they won't answer it because they'd have to admit we're not wrong. She sold them a poor me storyline, and a lot of them fell for it. I spoke with a few people tonight and who were happy to see her back, and by the end of us talking, they were completely disgusted in her. Wow. Luster Dust going the extra mile. They only knew her version. Yeah, there you go. And that is, I mean, I hate to keep saying narcissist, because that word is just so overused today. But that's why I'm fascinated by Alex. And I think that's why so many of us are negatively fascinated by her, because we are watching a narcissist in action, and they are a unique breed. They don't act like everyday humans. There's a chip missing or something. Okay, Alfalfa said, people were curious about what she would say in this new vlog. Had about 28,000 views when I last looked. She doesn't normally get that many. Any Movie 9699 commented, I'm so sorry. Most people are on your side. We are all standing next to you. It does often seem like the shitty people end up on top. But this won't be the case this time. Alex went too far, and no one is going to let her just slide by this time. Her social media career is over, and the few gross people left that still support her are very few and completely irrelevant. People are standing up for what's right more than ever now, and realizing that people like Alex have nothing if they don't have public support, and she will never again get that. Okay, Alfalfa asked, how can you tell if they're fake? My Dixie Rect gave some bullet points to that end, and they said they often don't have a profile picture or an avatar. That's a big sign. The comment is too generic. Some examples, great video, we missed you, very educational, or I like your style. The comment may be all emojis. Now, those aren't a guarantee that they're fake, but those are some things to look for that make the comment suspicious. MMG1617 said, oh, they are. Their response is go away, or oh, sweet baby Jesus, get over it. Yep, so pro-woman. An SA victim comes forward with her heart on her sleeve to communicate how the last video made her feel, and this bunch of absolute wolves tell her to shut up and get over her assault. This is allowed, but honest commentary over her last video isn't. Yeah, there was quite a few people who are survivors who made comments on Alex's video saying that they felt disrespected even by her words, because she just so offhandedly said, oh, my dad, yeah, he had sex with a 15-year-old. Like, oh, boys will be boys. Just, skeevy. Move Suspicious posted this comment. It says, it's from Cameron B1S6Q, choosing to move on peacefully without addressing why what was said was harmful isn't closure, it's avoidance. Yeah. Survivors, many of which were fans of yours and advocates, aren't asking for endless punishment. They're asking for accountability and a clear stance against child predators. Silence and deflection only protect abusers. Ain't that the truth? My Dixie Rect commented, now that is a sensible comment. Unfortunately, Ali Fatty Dukers is too much of a narc to process it. Probably so. Luster Dust said, after years of deleting comments, blaming it on jealous haters, obsessed trolls, or just ignoring it all, the fact that she had to sit down and make a video addressing this, lying and manipulating every step of the way, it is still a huge win. Her ego took a hit. Her channel took a hit. And you can't search her name without seeing the truth. I agree. She'll do everything she can to save face and play the strong victim, refusing to give up. The self-unaliving baiting was even too much for her, though. Yeah, Alex had to throw in there that she had some dark thoughts. She had some very dark thoughts. She was in a very dark space the 2 weeks she was gone, lying on the beach. But she had to do the one thing she's been fighting to avoid since it all came out. So she lost. And the OP said this, absolutely. It was tough reading in this subreddit today. So many were wanting to give up and felt like it was all for nothing. That's exactly what Alex wants, though, to silence and censor everyone, make people shut up and move along, so she can keep on getting paid for being a PDF loving, lazy, worthless bitch. Notice how her vlog today felt like an infomercial, linking all her new kitchen appliances? This girl is heartless and money hungry, and she is so much more evil than people realize. The lies and what she's done behind the scenes to keep those lies hidden are beyond disturbing. So today is Friday, which is Alex's weigh-in day, and she did post a weigh-in today, and Sarah030 said, "Weigh-in day, why does she lean so heavily to the left when she weighs in? Also, she claims to have lost about 3 pounds during her hiatus. I think she's on a GLP-1. And yes, pretty much everyone on the sub is speculating that she's on one of those shots, one of the weight loss shots. So she claims she's down to 277 and took a little social media break the last couple weeks. I was going through a lot mentally. Oh, poor you. But somehow managed to stay consistent in my journey. And as someone who has always coped with food, this is a big win for me." Well, if that's true, good for you. Good for you. I struggle with using sugar to cope, and so if she overcame that, good for her. But it's Alex, so you never know. You never know if anything that she says is true. Ms. Sexy Maxi 609 said during her video when she was talking about Whole Foods and being satiated and a reduction in food noise, it's giving very much GLP-1 symptoms. Yeah, a lot of people talk about the food noise going down on those weight loss shots. Any Movie said, "LOL, too bad she's only getting bigger and bigger and still completely obsessed with food. She's a typical narc, and talking about weight loss and less food noise makes her feel like she's actually doing something when it's all just hot air. Even GLP-1 won't save her." Okay, last post for today is from Lurking Lobo 75. "Big Al is one of the grossest humans." I watched her new video, and her telling people to go away and stop harassing her is so arrogant. Like, who the hell is she to tell that to people? She is a PDF enabler and a pathological liar who lies about her weight. She is not only disgusting to look at, but she is disgusting in her soul. She is evil and a vile human. And Hennessy Mojo commented, "Mrs. Snowflake posted some of the comments from Alex's video where her stands are really being shitty to people commenting about their experiences with SA. They weren't even negative toward Alex, and I was just floored. Her followers are just as gross as she is. And of course, she wants people to be kind to her, but fucking SA survivor." Parasuko commented, "I agree with you completely. That is what happens when people in your life and online enable your bad behavior. People let her lie about Alan," that's Alex's ex, "like he was some horrible person that caused her to gain weight when it was herself. That lie went on till Yar and even after. She has always been the victim, this grown-ass, selfish woman. People allowed this monster to grow into what she is today. I am not surprised she said that. People need to continually hold her feet to the fire and never let down. They need to greet her like Amber and Chantal for the behavior to stop." I think she means they need to treat her like Amber and Chantal. Far Structure said, "And she's saying that to people who were probably decades-long viewers who only turned on her due to her own actions. Imagine holding a decades-long friend accountable for something egregious they did, and that person says, 'Just leave me alone and fuck off, why don't you?' Explains why she doesn't have any friends. She is a miserable human being, and I actually love that for her." And that's what I have for you today, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Alex, we kind of all expected her to just come back with business as usual, and it looks like that's what she's going to try to do. So we'll see how this goes. She's already uploaded her regular Thursday and her weigh-in on Friday, so it looks like we're stuck with her again, which I am quite disappointed about, but we soldier on. So if you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. And thank you so much.